Hello, welcome to another Saturday solo jazz class with EUSDS. My name is Ray and I'm here to take you on a journey through the world of musicality, which is one of my own personal favourite things to explore in solo jazz and in swing dance in general, and hopefully with one of yours after this as well. So what I'm going to be going through today in this lesson is mostly giving you ideas to help enhance and build upon your repertoire of dance moves that you have. I'll give you ideas in which you can expand moves you already know and make them into something else. So unfortunately it might be a bit more talking than you might expect in a dance lesson, but I will give some practical examples of what I mean when I'm talking about the ideas. So first and foremost, let's talk about what musicality is. Musicality in relative terms is a fairly new word in the dance world. And there are many slightly different variations on how people interpret it, but my own personal way to think of it is sort of like a three-pronged approach. So firstly we have the music that we hear, then we have how we interpret the music, and then we have how we dance to the music. So it's listening, interpreting, and then dancing. And boil down even further, you can even like just use essentially the phrase of the famous swing song, "It ain't what you do, it's the way that you do it." And that is essentially the essence of what I want to get at with the class today. So I want to talk about how we have our standard moves in solo jazz, but how we can change them, how we can vary them and make them something different. So with that, let's talk about how we can add something onto our own standard moves we have. So for instance, we can talk about how we can add some feelings, some characteristics to our moves. So for instance, we're going to talk about like adding some adjectives into our dancing. For instance, we can add something like being happy, being sad, being excited, being nervous, being shy. We can add these into our solo jazz moves to make them different. See how we can change the way we move our body and how we can adapt to how we might be feeling ourselves. So with that, I'm going to do a cut because I'm going to change my camera angle so you can see what I mean when I talk about these sort of things. Seamless, right? Okay, so here we go. So to begin with, we want to talk about how we have want to talk about our base, or sort of vanilla thing that we can just sort of center on to begin with. So I'm going to take things like a tachyani. And I'm just going to do it in the most basic, unadorned, unfancy way I can think of. So to me, that would be something like this: 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it doesn't have to be fancy. I'm just looking for sort of a base core which I can build upon or take things away from. So let's see how we can change this. So for instance, if I want to make a tachyani, if I want to make that sad, how might I do that? So my initial thoughts are to maybe make it a bit more closed in, a bit slower, a bit more like draggy as opposed to steppy, and I might do something like this: 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. So again, that's just one way to interpret it. So I was dragging my feet a bit more. My slump off was barely registering on the floor, and my hand came down. I became more hunched over. It's just my way of interpreting sadness. How would you do a sad tachyani? But how would you do it? Like for instance, how would you do a happy tachyani? So I could change that to be like this: 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there, my feet are up. I'm on the balls of my feet. I'm much more uppity in that. I'm much more excited. I'm much more. It's much more elated. And that's what I want you to try now. So you can pause this video. You can do it after the class has ended. So I want you to try take a move. It doesn't have to be a tachyani. You can add a move you want, and see how you can change it by adding some adjectives. So first, find your vanilla. Find your basic form which you can do that move comfortably, and then see how you can change it. So find an adjective, be it happy, sad, ask a friend or a relative or anyone to give you an adjective, and see if you can
interpret that move in that way. There is no right or wrong way to do this. I want to stress this. There's no right or wrong way to do this. It's mostly about how you interpret the words and the feelings and the movement. And this is what I want to get at. It's about exploring, and it's about finding something new that you might not have thought about. So let's see if we can build upon this further now. For instance, let's take a move like a fall off the log, and let's see if we can add something a bit more dynamic. So I'm going to make my fall off the log. Firstly, I'm going to give myself a nice vanilla I can work on. So let's go for that. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. So unexciting, unadorned, not very special. So I'm going to make my follow log. I'm going to make it excited. I'm going to be excited about something. So let's see how that goes. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. So again, much more uppity. I'm practically jumping off the floor when I'm doing my kick. My leg is high. I've got more pep in my step, and there's much more excitement, as there should be. Again, see how you can do that. Try take a fall off the log, find your vanilla, and see if you can make it excited. See how you interpret that. Is it as big as it is for me when I'm excited doing a fall off the log, or are you much more? Are you doing it a different way? Are you adding more movement across the floor? Or there's no right or wrong way to do this. So take a moment and see if you can do an excited fall off the log. And if you've done that, or if you're not doing that, let's try something else. So what if I want to make a fall off the log nervous and shy? So I might do it something like this. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. So again, I'm changing the dynamics a bit there. I'm not even kicking, it's more of a hit with my leg. I'm treading softly in between those steps. I'm becoming much more hunched over. Like my body is changing from sort of a usual swing position of being a bit more up on the ball to my feet ready. I'm much more like, oh, I'm scared and nervous as per the adjective I chose. So yeah, give that a shot. See how you can make a fall off the log excited or nervous or shy. And I'm going to do another seamless cut as I come back to talk to you more directly in front of the camera.
Wow, technology. Eh? So hopefully you've given that a try. Again, this is all about interpretation. It's about doing things in your own way. There's no right or wrong way to do this. This is all about exploring and finding something that works for you. In the way that you were interpreting the instructions I'm giving or the instructions you're giving yourself. So what you can do with this is you can put a song on. Doesn't matter what the song is for now. Put a song on and see if you can change the moods throughout the song. So see if you can suddenly become elated. See if you can suddenly become morose. See if you can suddenly become shy or nervous. Or see if you can just bring it all back and just strip away everything and become vanilla for the course of the song. And it's about adding these different variations into our dance, because not every fall off the log or Tatiani or Shorty George we do has to be 100% or 110% excitement, like all going for it. Sometimes you just want to chill out and do it relaxed. So it's nice to have that variance in which we can change the way we do things. And with that, we can go on you can go on to another step. You can try and change the way you are dancing and move to what the music is telling you to do. So is the music happy? Is the music sad? Is the music, slow and draggy? Is it upbeat and like on the balls of its feet? Or is it something else? Listen to the music, see what you think the musicians are trying to capture in the way they play, and see if you can try and match that. Which is another thing to do. You can dance in your own way and give yourself adjectives, but if you want to be more dynamic in terms of interpreting the music that you're hearing, then you can also try something by just listening to music. Okay,
and hearing it and thinking, okay, I'm hearing a lot of excitement, I'm hearing a lot of energy, so I'm going to do my moves much more energetically. Or similarly, you can contrast. You might want to go entirely off of what the music is telling you to do. If the music is taking its time and going slow and nice and like dreamy and romantic, you might think, okay, I'm going to see what it's like to entirely contrast that. I'm going to juxtapose that with 110% excitement, see how that feels. The point of this exercise, it might make you look a bit goofy, a bit silly, but I'm 100% comfortable with being goofy and silly when I'm dancing, because to me that's part of the joy of this dance. The point is to try and get you to see how you can extend your body, extend your moves and movements in new ways. And a lot of that is like trial and error. It's like it might not look pretty, it might look pretty in a conventional way, but like it's not about looking pretty. It's about being expressive. Because ultimately, when we're dancing, we want to express the way we want to feel. And the more we explore how we can change the dynamics of our moves, is a way to which we can hopefully build upon building our own library of expression. So if we explore how we can make like a move like more happy, more sad, etc., then we can be more comfortable when we do that in real time when we're dancing to music. And it's ultimately about that. I want to give you tools in which to be more expressive. And one way to do this, just sort of a thing to leave you with, like you can. There are some sirens, and I'm just going to wait for them to pass. Hopefully, it's just a jazz emergency and nobody is injured or hurt. Anyway, so. Yes, two things I want to leave you with today. So, firstly, if you are ever feeling like in a rut, like I've been doing the same moves, the same routines, or same like dancing for a while, get someone to challenge you. Ask a friend, ask a committee member, ask a teacher to sort of give you ideas in which to change your dancing, and see if you can completely go the opposite of what you normally would be comfortable doing. Because it's when we break out these boundaries, we can start to realize sort of like, oh, there's so much more I haven't explored because I've been sort of like kept in this bubble of trying to do the same thing over and over again and do it right. And see if you can do it in a new way, which is expressive and fun and dynamic. And the other thing I want to leave you with is the way in which we can build upon this, our ideas of like different moods and feelings and so forth, is to listen to more music. It sounds like a very contrived point, and I'm sure many teachers have told you this before, but if you listen to more music, more swing music, more jazz music, then you're going to have more ideas of what you can do with your dancing. So, like, for instance, you can take a classic song, like On the Sunny Side of the Street, or Take the A Train, or Tuxedo Junction, and then go onto YouTube, or go onto Spotify, or go into any whatever music tool you're using to search music and play music, and see what different versions you come across when you search these songs. They're more than likely you're going to find like a good few hundred versions of classics like those. And you can see so we have this classic song, how people interpret it differently. Sit down and listen to the music and listen to what the musicians are trying to evoke when they play their instruments, and see if you can try and capture that. It's like, so listen first and then dance afterwards. See if you can capture that. So if you've got a version of Tuxedo Junction, which is like the Glenn Miller version, which is very slow and sort of languid and almost like quiet to begin with, see if you can match that in your dancing. But similarly, you've got like the Erskine Hawkins version of Tuxedo Junction, which is a good 40-50 BPM faster, but that still managed to be very easygoing, very carefree. But it has a bit more energy to it. So see if you can inject that into your dancing, and you can try putting in routines. So you can try like doing the St. Louis Shim Sham or the Shim Sham or the Trying to Do. See if you can do them to new songs or do them to the original songs that you learned them, and see if you can do them in a different way. It's like, can I do the Shim Sham like I'm some sort of weird creepy old guy? Can I do the Tranky Do like I'm on a floor that is constantly getting covered with oil or something like that? see if you can change the dynamics and see if you can give yourself weird restrictions and weird ideas to work with, because that's where you explore and find new things. And yeah, and have fun, because it's about having fun and being silly and being goofy, because that is the joy of dancing, and you really should be enjoying it, because it's not. It can be academic. It can be a learning thing. I mean, I'm literally giving you a lesson here, but it's not all about like the academic learning side of it. It's about exploring and expressing. So really do go out there and just dance how you feel, or dance to how like you want to feel. It's not about doing it right or wrong. It's about having fun, because as a very wise musician once said, it's sort of like, as long as you are smiling, then you're getting the job done. And well, you know, I couldn't have put it better myself. So yes, go forth, listen to music, try some adjectives, and see what you can come up with. Until then, keep safe, keep clean, and keep dancing. See you later.